Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, perfectly, ma'am.
Okay. A very good morning to the management of Surendra Institute of Engineering and Technology, Chairman Sir, Mr. Sharad Agarwal, Director Ma'am, Mrs. Snigdha Agarwal, our Principal Sir, Dr. S. Nagarajan, the Chief Guest of the Day and Speaker, Dr. S. Ramareddy, the HODs of different departments, fellow faculty members, staff of the admin, and my dear students. I welcome you all to the fourth day of the online induction for freshers. And now I would like to request Mr. Shubhodeep Datta, HOD of Electrical Engineering Department, to deliver the welcome address. Sir, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Preeti ma'am. Good morning, respected Chairman, sir, Mr. Sharad Agarwal, sir, respected Director, Mrs. Snigdha Agarwal, Madam, respected Principal, sir, Dr. S. Nagarajan. I welcome you all in this auspicious moment, and today is the fourth day of induction program. I welcome all the faculty members. I welcome all the first year new students. I welcome all the second year students, including the lateral students. I welcome all the third year and fourth year students. This is the fourth day of induction program. And in this induction program, you will get a lot of delivering lectures from our delivered Dr. Ramareddy. So without taking so much time, I take forward to Ms. Preeti Thaba. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. I'd now like to request respected principal, sir, to introduce the chief guest for the day, Dr. S. Ramareddy. Sir.
Thank you, Preeti ma'am. Very good morning to one and all present here. Welcome every day with a smile. Look on the new day as another special gift from our Creator. Another golden opportunity to complete what you were unable to finish yesterday. Be a self-starter. Let your first hour set the theme of success and positive accent. That is certain to echo through your entire day. Today will never happen again. Don't waste it with a false start or don't start at all. You are not born to fail. With that note, I once again welcome all of you for the fourth day of online induction program. It is my privilege and great honor to introduce and welcome our chief guest, Dr. S. Ramareddy, former professor of Anna University, Dean, REC Chennai. I thank him, sir. I thank him for accepting our invitation. Sir has secured All India first rank in AMIE in 1984. He has done his ME in College of Engineering, Guindy, Anna University, Chennai in 1988. He has obtained his PhD in 1995 from Anna University. He has worked as assistant engineer in Tata Consultancy Engineering for 2 years. He has worked as an assistant professor in Anna University for 5 years. He has secured AIMO Best Project Award for guiding a project on resonant converters. He has secured JCE Best Performer Award. He has 28 years of teaching experience. Sir has produced 15 PhD. I am one among them. I am really thankful to Dr. Ramareddy sir. He is my mentor and guru. And sir has received fund of 13 lakhs from AICTE. He is a life member of IE, ISTE, SPE, SSI, and IETE. He has published 50 papers in reputed international journals. He has published textbooks on power electronics, electronic circuits, and electromagnetic fields. He has received Outstanding National Academic Award from ISTE in 2012. He has received IETE Diamond Salute Award in 2013. He has received Best Researcher Award in 2014. Sir is a reviewer of IE and Springer journals. He is a governing council member and former principal of JCE. He is a member syllabus committee in Anna University. Today, we are privileged to have an opportunity to listen to him this morning. On behalf of management and my own behalf, I once again welcome Dr. Ramareddy sir. Sir, over to you.
Thank you. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. Perfectly, sir. Perfectly.
Respected chairman, respected principal, heads of the department, I would like to thank all the people for the opportunity given to me to motivate the students. So I was asked to talk about emerging technologies. Maybe in the initial part I will motivate, and then I will go to the work given to me. So thoughts are very important because our thoughts are converted into action. So quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts. In today's competitive world, if you want to come up, creative thinking is very important. How you are different from the students of the other college. So another name for creative thinking, out of box thinking. So in one factory, some soaps were coming, only box was coming without the soap in the factory. Then they asked for a solution. So when they asked for the solution, a very young person in that particular industry has given the solution. Others have suggested some keeping some scanners, etc., etc. But a young fellow said, go for a heavy duty blower fan. So when you keep the heavy duty blower fan along the path of the soaps, the boxes will fall down. So in space, they wanted to take some readings, and they were not able to take the readings in space. So in space, the gravitational force is not there. You cannot use the pen. Again, a very young diploma holder has suggested to use pencil to take the readings in the spacecraft. So you are familiar with Kiran Bedi, who was the former in charge of Tihar jail. She thought in a very different direction. She has started a university, temple, church, mosque, meditation hall. She has started a job training center inside the Tihar jail. With that, she had the opportunity to bring the people in a very good manner from the jail. So after they came out from the jail, they were able to have a wonderful life. 1 minute, I'll close my window. Some noise is there. Sorry for the interruption. So some of the creative products, because all of you are young engineers who have completed your +2 or intermediate and entering into the engineering. So you have to develop this creative thinking. So one engineer has actually seen a trolley in the airport carrying the luggage. Then that engineer thought, why not we keep the wheels with the suitcase? You know, about 50 years back, people are finding it difficult to carry heavy weight. When suitcase came with wheels, they found it difficult. Cell phone is many in one. It's a creative product. plastic money, your debit card or credit card is a creative product. Internet, which is a 16-bit address or a 16-bit number, is your mail ID, and that has brought revolution. High density memory sticks. Olden days we used to have big memory disks. They are replaced by memory disks. So like this, you have to think of some creative products. So this is another story about creative thinking. Vishwesvaraya has visited Jog Falls. Jog Falls is a beautiful fall in Karnataka. So he has visited Jog Falls with his friends. So 3 people went. The first fellow said, every week I'll come here. This fall is so beautiful, I will enjoy here. And the second person said, I'll construct a resort here. If I construct a hotel or resort, I can make money. But Vishwesvaraya said, I'll construct a hydropower plant here. There is a lot of hydel energy available. It will feed some 1,000 houses. So that is the greatness of Vishwesvaraya, and he was successful. He has constructed a hydro plant. Then lateral thinking. This is one real thing that has happened in Israel. So a farmer was daily observing the trees. So he has put some trees. Out of that, 2 trees have grown very tall. So he was wondering how those 2 trees have become very tall. Then he went closely and observed. He found that there is a seepage of water from the PVC pipe going nearby. Then he thought, why not I make this arrangement for all the trees? For all the trees, I'll put small holes in that PVC pipe. So that is the concept of drip irrigation, which a farmer has invented. All of you know the success story of KFC. So Kentucky was washing vessels for about 40 years, but he has the habit of going to the kitchen and watch what is happening. So one fine day he suggested, why not we take the spices used in other curries, mix that with the chicken and make a fry. That is where his recipe has become very successful. Most of you would like to become entrepreneurs. So you must study the biography of these successful people. So one of the greatness of this KFC are any of these things, Burger King, McDonald's, all these people, they buy their own land and construct the outlets in their own land. That is the secret of their success. So most of us, we enjoy others' creativity, but it is very important that we should enjoy our own creativity, not others' creativity. So what is enjoying your creativity, not enjoying others' creativity? For example, in a particular house, 10 people are there, 9 people are watching TV. So they are enjoying the creativity of the other person. One small girl, she is painting, doing some drawing and painting. She is enjoying her own creativity. So my request to the students, there is an opportunity for you. You have the opportunity for a mini project. Then you have a regular project in final year. So you do the project on your own. That means you will enjoy your creativity. You should start with small project, do some simple projects on your own, try to publish papers, then present that idea, express what difficulties you have faced, then it's very easy to get prize money. So you can claim in your house that you have earned money on your own. So you should take one area of your interest and try to work on that particular area. So all of you are very capable, and there is a giant in you. Awaken the giant within you. So Sachin Tendulkar has found a cricket bat within himself. PV Sindhu found a bat, and Vishwanath Anand found a chessboard. So like that, there is something inside you what is the talent, and you awaken that giant within you. So what is the speciality of all these people? Anything they do, any meeting they attend, everything will be related to their field of interest. So this is one story about value addition. Right from first year, in most of the colleges in first year, they prepare the resume and they make some entries in that resume or biodata, and they try to achieve those entries, whatever they have committed. So adding more and more entries to your biodata resume is value addition. So for this value addition, I have put one story here. So a father has purchased 3 t-shirts, and cost of each t-shirt is $5. He has brought those t-shirts and gave first t-shirt to the son. The father asked the son to sell the t-shirt for $10. The original cost of the t-shirt is $5, and father has asked his son to sell it for $10. So this boy was thinking how to sell this t-shirt for $10. So he called his friend. They went to a park. So his friend is good in playing guitar. So the friend was playing guitar and this boy was standing with the t-shirt. So people came from that park and they asked what help you want. And this boy said, if somebody can buy this t-shirt for $10, it will be grateful. So he has sold the t-shirt for $10 and gave $10 to the father. Then the father gave the next t-shirt, asked his son to sell the t-shirt for $20. Then he was thinking how to sell the t-shirt for $20. Same t-shirt, similar t-shirt, whose original cost is $5. So then in those days, this Mickey and Donald stickers are very famous. So the boy purchased some stickers and pasted the sticker. Again went to that park and waited outside, and people bought that for $20. So the son has returned the $20 to the father, and father gave the last t-shirt. He told, you have to sell this t-shirt for $40. Then he was thinking how to sell this t-shirt for $40. So there was a newspaper next to him. That newspaper says Michael Jackson has arrived their town and he is going to give a show in the evening and he is staying in such and such a hotel. So this boy went immediately to that hotel, but the boy was not allowed to meet Michael Jackson, and he was waiting for more than 2 hours. Then the PA of Michael Jackson went and told, one young boy is waiting. He wanted to meet you for the past 3 hours. Then he said, okay, tell him he can just spend 5 minutes with me. So the boy went inside and they have asked him, what do you want? Then he said, I want your autograph. And he gave the t-shirt and with a permanent marker pen, and he got the autograph of the person, Michael Jackson. So he got the autograph. Then he went to the same park. So with that t-shirt, which carries the signature of Michael Jackson, he sold it for $40. So this is adding value, how to make this $5 t-shirt to 10, 20, 40. This is a story which all of you should know. So you should add value to your resume. First year, participating in some competition, second year participating in project demo, third year participating in a paper contest, etc. But don't change your area, select some area, try to work on the same area. So butterfly effect, all of you know the butterfly effect, how an ugly creature has become a beautiful butterfly. If you want a simple example, what is butterfly effect? Draupadi laughed at Duryodhana when Duryodhana visited. Because of that, Kurukshetra war has happened. One single incident insulting Duryodhana has brought a big war. And the CEO of Kinley has went for an interview to an industrial area. He did not get job. He came out, he was looking for water. He could not find drinking water. Then he thought, why not I pack water and sell? If he had joined a company for a salary of 20,000, he would not have become a CEO of a company. Then this Amazon CEOs, they were traveling to bring objects from a long distance. Then they thought, why not we pull up some 100 companies, get their addresses and have a common system and get the orders and supply them. So that is where Amazon and Flipkart, etc. have become very popular. So it is the butterfly effect. Some difficulty faced in your life will bring a creative business in future. So all of you have heard of Verghese Kurian and Amul Butter. You find this advertisement of Amul Butter everywhere. They take the latest political issue and keep it as an ad so that people will show interest. So whenever you go on the road, you are definitely tempted to see the ad of Amul. So this great man, Verghese Kurian, he went to UK and the people in UK spoke very bad about India. They said Indian products are very substandard. Then Verghese Kurian took it very seriously. He started this Amul company. He started manufacturing butter. And today, one of the biggest exporters for butter is Amul. So if you want to come up in life, internal discipline is very important. So people with internal discipline, I have quoted here, Virat Kohli, Narayana Murthy, PV Sindhu, etc. So when I was giving a talk to my students, I was talking about Virat Kohli. One student has asked me, sir, Virat Kohli fell in love with her. Why can't I fall in love with a girl?
Anushka,
That
sir.
was the question he has raised. Then I asked him, what is the routine schedule of Virat Kohli? I told him 4 o'clock he gets up, does his exercises, then meditation, then practicing in the ground. Then in the evening, he has an appointment with the Prime Minister. In the night, he has a dinner with President of India. If you come to that level, you can also fall in love with a girl. So this issue I'll talk maybe after some time. So vision is very important. All of you should have vision. J.R.D. Tata has a great vision. So the vision of J.R.D. Tata, he wanted to provide this fund, concept of Provident Fund. You know, originally Government of India was not having. In Tata's group, J.R.D. Tata is the first person to introduce the concept of Provident Fund. So this Provident Fund, there will be one employer contribution, employee contribution. Owner of the company will contribute some money will be deducted from your salary, and it gets accumulated. When you retire, you get a huge amount of 1 crore to 1.5 crore, so that you will have a good, peaceful life after retirement. And Bill Gates had the vision that every computer should have my operating system. So that is where he was successful. Ambani had the vision that he was working as a boy in a petrol pump. So his vision, one fine day, I should own one petrol manufacturing company, that is Reliance Petroleum. So that was his vision. So Bill Gates was a school dropout. Einstein is also a school dropout. But you know, Bill Gates is the one of the richest person in the world. And Einstein shook science. You know, the teachers of Einstein said he is unfit for schooling education. Then his mother motivated. With the motivation of the mother, and Einstein has become a great scientist. So you need motivation, I need motivation, all of us need motivation. So in your life, positive attitude is very important. There is one book, Magic by Rhonda Byrne. So this book, Magic by Rhonda Byrne, she has given a balance. She has taken the case of a person with 51% positive attitude, 49% negative attitude. That person is successful. So try to go towards the positive attitude. So your success depends 85% on attitude and 15% on your knowledge. So you need not be very knowledgeable person to become a successful person. But if your attitude is very positive, it is possible. So a study was done at Harvard University, and the result of the study at Harvard University says your success depends 85% on attitude. So what do you mean by success? Success means today you are happy and you are confident that you will be happy tomorrow, and you are confident that you will be happy even after 1 year. That is success. There are many definitions. People say there are no commas. There is no full stop for success. There are only commas. We'll see that. So one of the important characteristics what today's employer, when they come for placement to your college, they look for honesty. So C.V. Raman's selection, there is one interesting story about C.V. Raman's selection in Bangalore about honesty. So they have called people for interview. So about 10 people came and 9 people left. One person was waiting. So C.V. Raman finished his work and he is coming out of the office in the evening around 6 o'clock. He found a boy waiting there. He asked, why you did not leave? Interviews are over. You know, in those days, whenever you go for an interview, they give TA and DA, traveling allowance and dearness allowance. So that boy said, I am supposed to get 600, but the cashier has given me 700. I am supposed to return 100 rupees. So I am waiting for returning this 100 rupees to the cashier. Then Raman said, all of them have left. Tomorrow morning you come and you also meet me. So the boy came next day and met C.V. Raman. And C.V. Raman called the finance officer. There is one vacancy in finance section. You recruit this person in the finance section. So honesty will pay you in the long run. Definitely God will give you return in some other form. So Narayana Murthy was very honest throughout his career. So without Abdul Kalam, I think any motivation program is not complete. All of you know about Abdul Kalam. Many speakers would have spoken about Abdul Kalam, from paper boy to president. So his definition of fail, he said fail is first attempt in learning. So every failure is a stepping stone to the success. So in your life, you have to become an achiever, not an observer. So what is the difference between an observer and an achiever? Let us say a cricket match is going on. So when a cricket match is going on, about crores of people are watching cricket match. Or in your house, some 10 people are watching cricket match. So you are paying 400 rupees to Airtel DTH operator, and then you are watching. So you are an observer. Let us say Sachin Tendulkar hits a century. Everybody in the house will come and they all will be clapping. In those days, Sachin Tendulkar will lift his bat. The bat will contain 3 letters, MRF. So for showing that bat for 30 seconds, MRF used to pay him 50 lakhs money. I think now Virat Kohli and all these people, they are getting crores. By showing the bat after hitting the century, for 30 seconds, they get few crores. So Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma or Sachin Tendulkar, they were all achievers. If we stand in front of the TV and keep watching, we are all observers. So we want you to become achievers, not observer. So this is a famous interview question. So in one of the interview boards, the director of the interview board, SRM University, he was asking the people who attended the interview whether you are aiming for 1-bedroom house or 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom. So somebody said 1-bedroom house. Then they asked what is the reason, just for me and my wife. Then the interview board members asked, what about your children, where they will sleep? Then the next fellow came and told 2-bedroom house. Then they asked the reason. He said one for me and one for my children. Then what will happen to your parents? Will you throw your parents out? So all these questions are asked expecting you to aim high. Somebody who said 5-bedroom house, he was selected. Because in life you have to aim high. In fact, if somebody asks you in the interview, you say you are aiming for a house with a bedroom with attached swimming pool. That should be your ambition. So aim high. So leaders, they accept responsibility. Ratan Tata is a leader. Narayan Murthy is a leader. So what is the greatness of Ratan Tata? All of you know. Tata's group is very popular. Tatas are very good. Why they are so popular? How Ratan Tata optimizes time. He signs most of the files during his travel in the lift. And Ratan Tata doesn't go home. He will be living in one room in Taj, Mumbai. So he doesn't go home because he has to travel about 1.5 hours in Mumbai to reach his home. So he lives in the restaurant itself. So Tatas have contributed 66% of their profits to charitable organizations. That is why I said Tatas are great. And Bill Gates has donated 95% of his profits to charitable organizations. So go for creative thinking, yearn like anything. Towards the end of your life, donate. Then you are successful person. So about patriotism, all of you have to develop patriotism. You love your college, you love your department, you love your college, you love your village or town, you love your district, you love your state, and finally you love your country. So example for patriotism, I want to tell about Bhagat Singh. You know, British people have arrested Bhagat Singh and put him in jail. And he is supposed to be executed for death. So for death, generally they hang him. The rules of the jail, on the day they have to hang him. So one day before hanging Bhagat Singh, they asked him, what is the last desire? So the jail floor operator went and asked him, what is your last desire? Bhagat Singh said, you cannot fulfill my last desire. Please leave from here. So that person went and told the jail superintendent, Bhagat Singh is not willing to tell his last desire. Then the superintendent himself came. Sir, please tell your last desire, we will try to fulfill. Then he said, don't hang me. You take me outside the jail in the road, in the main road, you shoot me. I want to be shot dead. I don't want to be hanged. Then he said, I will talk to my higher officers and come back to you. So he called his higher officer. All of them were puzzled because if a person is hanged, he will die very easily. He will die very quickly and he will die very easily. If a person is shot dead, he will take about half an hour. The body will be struggling. After half an hour, he will be dying. So then they asked, they were curious, you know. The jail officer and superintendent went to Bhagat Singh and finally asked, see, when you are hanged, it is very easy. Why you are opting for shooting you on the road? So then Bhagat Singh said, when you shoot me, I will fall on the road and my blood will get mixed with the mud. And when my blood is mixed into the mud of my mother India, lakhs of Bhagat Singhs will reborn. And when so many people see, they all will be converted into Bhagat Singhs. So that is the magnitude of patriotism of Bhagat Singh. So all of you need courage in life. You have to take calculated risks. So one story about courage, I want to talk about the vulture. So this vulture, after 30 years of its life, it takes a break for about 5 months. It scratches its nose, so a new nose will come. With that new nose, it will scratch its nails. New nails will come. With the new nails, it will remove its wings, and the new wings will come. Then again, another 10 years, it can live with these new nose, nails, and wings. So moral responsibility, once you join your job, you have some moral responsibility. You know, Lal Bahadur Shastri had the moral responsibility. When train accident has occurred, he was the first railway minister, and he has resigned. He said he doesn't want to continue as the minister. And moral responsibility of Ratan Tata, you know, the terrorists from Pakistan have attacked Taj Mumbai. So when they have attacked Taj Mumbai, many people died. So inside the restaurant, 10 people, and outside one pav bhaji seller, you know, a vendor, pav bhaji vendor, he was shot dead. So Ratan Tata said, we will also cremate that person who is selling pav bhaji on the road. So 11 people were taken to the burial ground, and it took about 7 hours. 7 hours Ratan Tata was standing in the burial ground. So that is the amount of responsibility what Ratan Tata was having. So mostly students will complain not able to listen to 6th hour, 7th hour, 8th hour. So the problem is they can't, they say online class, more than half an hour it is difficult, 7th hour is difficult, 8th hour is difficult. So just Google about Thomas Alva Edison, Google about Nelson Mandela. So Thomas Alva Edison, 999 times he could not make the lamp to work. 1000 times he is successful in making the lamp. And you know, he never said he failed. He said, I have found 999 ways to improve the design of the lamp. And Nelson Mandela lived in prison for 27 years. So can't you sit for 7 hours in the classroom? Think about it. So in your life, ethics are very important. Again, these ethics will take you to top level. So I want to tell one incident about Abdul Kalam. So when Abdul Kalam was the president in Delhi, his relatives came, and his brother's family, they wanted to go around Delhi, see all the places. So they went to Delhi, they went to other nearby places. Then about 5 days they stayed. The total bill came to some 18,500. So Abdul Kalam took a checkbook, and from his personal account, he paid the money. So how many politicians will pay from their pocket when their relatives come? How they will, you know, they use the official vehicle for that purpose. So the ethics of Abdul Kalam. In fact, he told the press people, after his 5 years tenure, he opened the suitcases and showed the suitcase to the press, just to make sure that he is not taking anything from Delhi to Tamil Nadu. So he showed just his dress and books. Only his dresses and books were there in his suitcase. And Tendulkar, all of you have heard about this Kingfisher, United Breweries. So Vijay Mallaya's PA has called Tendulkar, and we want you to be brand ambassador for Kingfisher. They offered 1 crore. Sachin Tendulkar said, no, I don't want to be a brand ambassador for a beer manufacturing unit. Then they called him again after 3 days and offered him 3 crores. Tendulkar said, even if you give 10 crores, I will not act for a film on beer manufacturing company. Then a lot of politicians, lot of cine actors are receiving doctorates every year. In every deemed university you find a film actor receiving a degree, but Tendulkar has rejected. Tendulkar has declined the doctorates offered by deemed universities. So all of you need to have goals. Short-term goal, medium-term goal, and long-term goal. So my dear students, your short-term goal is to get good grade in your semester. Medium-term goal may be to get a job or to become an entrepreneur. Long-term, to become a useful citizen for this country. But I want to put it in a different way. So your parents should congratulate you in short term. You know, you have published a paper or you have demonstrated a project, then your parents will congratulate you.
Dear participant, there is a power failure in speaker side. So sir will join in another 2 minutes. Sorry for the technical glitches. And meantime, I wanted to give a small instruction. If anybody wants to ask question to the speaker, you can put it in the chat box. So after sir's presentation, we will ask your question to the speaker, and attendance link will be shared after vote of thanks. All the students are requested to submit attendance. It is mandatory. I repeat, if you want to ask any question to the speaker, you are requested to post it in the chat box. The question will be asked to the speaker after presentation is over. And we will share the attendance link in the chat box after vote of thanks. All the students are requested to submit the attendance. Meantime, shall we take on group photo? Can you switch on your video, student? Because today we have more participants. Can you switch on your video? Hello. Yeah, just a minute, just a minute. I'll take all the screens. I'll take all the screens. Yeah. Thank you. Maybe students can share your feedback about today's session in the chat box. We would like to see few feedbacks from the student side. If you have any question, you can also post your questions in the chat box. Maybe meantime, I would like to speak about continuous assessment 3 because all first year, second year and final year students are available today in this forum. I take this opportunity to convey a few points regarding CA3. All of you aware, we have conducted this instruction for second year, third year, final year student is not applicable to first year because you will have time to take up your CA examination. So this instruction for second year, third year and final year students, already we have completed continuous assessment 1 and 2. And from 16th, 17th and 18th for few departments on 18th also we are going to have CA3 examination. So this time, we are going to conduct CA3 in pen paper model. So regarding pen paper model, we have framed a lot of instructions and guidelines to take up the examination smoothly through our ERP system. I think through ExamCell and through your HOD, you might have received guidelines for CA3 examination. And especially, I would like to highlight a few points regarding CA3. Exactly at 11 o'clock, once you join the Zoom room, the test portal will be enabled. So you can download your question paper from your login. So it is mandatory to log into Zoom room to take up the examination. And if you download the question paper, in the question paper, we have mentioned email ID to upload your answer script after you complete your examination. So on the top of the question paper, we have mentioned the email ID. So after you complete your examination, you scan all the pages, including cover page. So you might have received the cover page for the answer script. So scan it and it should be send it to the respective mail ID in PDF form. So don't forget, you have to send it through PDF format. And before leaving the room, please cross-check with the invigilator whether your answer script has been properly received by the invigilator or not. So before leaving the room, it is the responsibility of the both student as well as invigilator to cross-check whether student has submitted properly, whether for invigilator, whether you have received the answer script from the particular student. After you get the communication from the student, you can allow the students to leave the room. I think our speaker has joined. We will continue with the session. Maybe I will give you some more information after this session is over. Sir, over to you, sir. Sir, unmute yourself, sir. Reddy, sir, please unmute yourself.
You have to enable, it says host disabled.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it has been done.
It says host disabled.
Sir, you are audible, sir. You are audible, sir.
No, it says host disabled participant screen.
Oh, okay. Just a minute, sir. Just a minute. I will give you host privilege. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Perfectly, sir.
Yeah. Shall I proceed? Any motivation program cannot go without Swami Vivekananda. He said, your muscles are like steel wires and your bones are as strong as iron rods. So you can do anything provided you have that fire in the belly. They call fire in the belly or hunger for success. So Vivekananda said, you have to live like a lion. Why you have to live like a lion? Lion looks for new food every day. So a student should look for new knowledge every day, as lion looks for new food every day. So that's why Vivekananda said you have to live like a lion. So have infinite patience. Give 100%. Anything you do, give your best. Whatever you do, you give your best. So in Gita, Krishna says, Karmanye Vadikarasye Mafaleshu Gadachala. Do your exams, do your preparation, everything your best, and leave the rest to the God. He will take care. So do not die with the song on your lips, sing and then die. I want to mention about another person, Arunima Sinha. She is a volleyball player. You know, she was attacked by the thieves in the train during train journey. And she also fought back. But they pushed her from the train. She fell down. She fell on the next parallel track. A train came from the other direction. One of her leg was lying on the track and one leg got cut. So she was unconscious, lying on the track. Next day morning, people saw some girl lying on the track. They immediately admitted her in railway hospital. The girl was so depressed. She doesn't want to meet any people. So the common problem in today's world is depression. So you are likely to go to depression if you don't have proper goal setting. So this parents of Arunima Sinha, they have consulted the psychologist. Then psychologist said, give her some good books, let her read some books and she'll come out with some goal. So she came out with a goal. She wanted to climb Everest. Then she met some people who have already climbed Everest. Most of them discouraged her, you have only one leg, you cannot do it. But she wanted to do it. And she has gone for an artificial plastic leg. Then she is the first Indian woman to climb Mount Everest with single leg. So as students, you have to churn your brain. You know, if you churn curd with water, you get butter. So if you churn buttermilk, you get butter. If you churn your brain, you get success. So you can churn your brain with puzzles. You can read the tables in descending order. In most of the interviews, they are asking you to give the tables, 13 table, 14 table, etc. in reverse order. And rhyme, they are asking you to read in the reverse order. Meditation, yoga, all these things will help you to churn your brain. So watching TV for long hours will reduce your abilities. Better to go out, take some fresh oxygen, come back and then start your work. That's very important. So works and priority. You have important and urgent, urgent but not important, important but not urgent, not important, not urgent. There is one book, 7 Effective Habits of Successful People, Stephen Covey. So in that he has classified the works like this. So important and urgent. Let us say you are getting married today. So today evening your marriage is there. It is important and urgent. You have to go. Someone else cannot go for your marriage. Next one, urgent but not important. Your friend's marriage is scheduled tomorrow. It is important. It is urgent, but not important. Even if you don't go, he will tie that thali and marriage will be over. Important, not urgent. Your class test schedule is given, but you are not preparing. So this third category, if you neglect, it will enter into first category and you get tensed and your efficiency will come down. So my appeal to you, whenever class tests are there, please take them seriously, prepare. Once you prepare for the class tests, then your final exam becomes very easy. The last one is not important, not urgent. Can you tell me what is not important and not urgent?
Watching cricket.
So your Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, all these things will come under not important, not urgent category. Unfortunately, most of the youngsters today, they spend more than 6 hours on this fourth category. So please reduce your time in browsing your Facebook, Twitter, etc. So control on your mind. You have a conscious mind and you have a subconscious mind. Conscious mind is a good fellow. This conscious mind will tell, tomorrow you have exam, today you don't go for movie. Subconscious mind will tell, okay, we'll read after 10 o'clock, let us go for the movie. And after coming from the movie, you feel very tired and you will tell, tomorrow morning I will read. Then in the morning again, subconscious mind will tell, let us see the next test. So if you start listening to your subconscious mind, you will go down. So please listen to your conscious mind. So decision making, tomorrow you have got exam and today movie is there. So whether to go for the movie or to prepare for the exam, it depends on the decision what you take. So your decision will decide your future. A sugar patient is not supposed to take sweets, but if he decides to take sweet, then he will end up in troubles. So I was talking about fourth category where people are spending more time in Facebook. 4 good friends are better than 1,000 Facebook friends. I'll tell you what are the problems with Facebook. We have invited one DIG to our college, Latika Charan. That madam was telling, most of the youngsters in the Facebook, they are saying, this Friday I am going to Nainital or I am going to Bangalore and I'll be back on Monday morning. So most of the thieves, they are taking it as an advantage. You disclose your entire program in Facebook. So Saturday, Sunday, nicely, they are taking all the goods in your house. So be careful before you disclose everything in Facebook. So instead of wasting time on Facebook, your face should come on a book. That means you should become an author. If you become an author, your face will come on the book. So that should be your attitude. So I want to tell about my niece. My niece told me once she has 1,000 Facebook friends. Then after some time, she told she has to pay the fees to the school. So she has to pay 60,000 fees. So I told my niece, you have 1,000 friends. Ask each friend to donate 6 rupees. So 1,000 into 6, 60,000 you will get. 60 into 1,000, ask them to donate 60 rupees. So 60 into 1,000, 60,000, you can pay the school fees. Then she posted in the Facebook, I am badly in need of money. I have to pay my school fees. I fought with my parents. So everybody started giving advice to her. You try to talk to your mother, try to talk to your father, try to improve your relation. Finally, nobody gave a donation of 60 rupees. So I want to conclude that 4 good close friends are better than 1,000 Facebook friends. Please do not waste your valuable time with Facebook. So in life, horizontal education. Now you have entered into engineering, but your younger brother or younger sister may be there. So recommend horizontal education, not vertical education. What is vertical education for your brother or sister or for yourself? Vertical education means parent will say you prepare for JEE. At any cost, you do or die, you have to achieve JEE. So parent keeps on pressurizing the child for achieving JEE score. And somehow by mugging up, some people enter into IIT and they commit suicide after one semester. So when they enter into IIT without proper IQ level, by mugging, and if they somehow manage to get into IIT JEE, then they are not able to cope up with IIT system. There are many suicides. So that is why vertical education is not good. Horizontal education means you will have studies, general knowledge, sports. So I have taken the example of a cake made of only maida. So your parent is giving you a cake and that cake is made of only maida. So can you eat a cake only made with maida? Or you would prefer a cake with sugar and butter? I am sure you prefer a cake with sugar and butter. So general knowledge will be the sugar and the sports will be butter. So every day you should play in the evening 4 to 6. Play nicely in the outdoor and use your library, read the general knowledge books. It is not just your engineering alone. General knowledge and sports are very important. So those who are good in sports or some extracurricular activities, they will never commit suicide. Suppose you like playing violin or playing guitar. So whenever you are depressed, you start playing guitar. So you will not commit suicide. That is the benefit of horizontal education. Please remember, please recommend horizontal education for your brothers and sisters. So we are all going for look culture, looking at the cell phone, looking at WhatsApp, looking at the iPad, looking at the console. So reduce the look culture and increase the book culture. How to increase the book culture? Visit library. Whenever you visit library, your ego will come down. Most of us have got ego. I am knowledgeable, I am this, I am that. But when you visit the library and see some 1 lakh books, oh, I have not read all these books. So your ego will come down. So library is a place where you get handbooks. Lot of information for doing your projects will be available in the handbooks. And you have general knowledge books, solved papers, solved GRE papers, GMAT papers, solved GATE papers, etc. So there is one famous speaker, Shiv Khera. His speeches are available in Hindi. His speeches are available in English. I request you to listen to the speeches of Shiv Khera. He's a very good speaker and his books are extremely good. You Can Win by Shiv Khera is a very popular book. He says when winners don't do different things, they do things differently, creatively. So winners see the gain, losers see the pain. You may be disappointed if you fail, but you will be doomed if you don't try. I like Robin Sharma very much. My favorite person is Robin Sharma because all his speeches are available at free of cost in YouTube. I think weekly once you must listen to Robin Sharma. Shiv Khera, some speeches are available, other speeches he will say you have to buy from his website. But Robin Sharma, everything is at free of cost. I request all of you to register with Robin Sharma. Every day he will send quotes to inspire you. So the beautiful thing about today is that you get the choice to make it better than yesterday. When we stop taking risk, we stop living the life. That's what Robin Sharma says. So the way you start your day determines how well you live your day. That's why a good morning routine is very, very important. For you, this morning routine is very important. Means doing yoga, doing prayer, doing meditation. Please don't stop. Whatever you are doing previously, continue to do them. So I was asked to talk about emerging technologies. People are talking about smart cities and smart grids. So what are these smart cities or smart grids? Smart grids, what is grid? A network to which so many generators are connected is grid. Microgrid means I am connecting some windmills, solar plants or PV plants, batteries, etc. So if I take a microgrid and add some smart equipment means smart meters, smart processors, smart computers. That grid is smart grid. So in future, we'll have more and more smart grids. ECE students will be interested in VLSI design. There is always a demand for manufacturing a better processor. So to manufacture a better processor, VLSI chips are required. So you have one subject on VLSI design. You have advanced VLSI design, but always there will be a gap between your syllabus and the practical requirement. So either in the third year holidays or in the 7th semester break, you do a course in whatever field you are interested. Embedded systems, it seems every day you touch about 50 embedded processors because your remote, every remote has an embedded processor. A small car will have about 10 embedded processor. If you touch some BMW or Audi, there are some 100 embedded processors inside. And in future, you will have e-vehicles. You know, about 10 years back, Ashok Jhunjhunwala has given a lecture. In that lecture, he said, try to master mobile technology, you can make money. Recently, this IIT professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala has given a lecture. He said, you practice e-vehicles, you will make money. So the future will be e-vehicles because we want to go for energy efficient vehicles. And we have the problem with existing fuels. So we want to go for green energy. So these are all green vehicles. Government is nowadays giving green boards to e-vehicles. So electric vehicles is one area. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence means emulating the human brain with a computer. So mostly we are going for automation. So automation, if you visit any of the car manufacturing industry, you find automation. So automation is growing like anything. So for automation, you need artificial intelligence, then blockchain technology, etc., etc. So these are all emerging technologies. So look at the paper, newspaper. Once you go to third year or final year, look at the newspaper vacancies column. You look in that, in which area more jobs are there. That area you select. I have listed only few areas. There are so many areas, emerging areas. So look at the news, because when you come to third year or final year, the area will be changing because the technology is rapidly changing. So once you are in your final year, when you go through the appointments column in newspaper, you will know what field the demand is higher. Then select that field and try to do a course in that particular field. So Shivkera books you buy, and Robin Sharma, the best gift that you can give to any of your younger brother or younger sister is Robin Sharma 10 books are available as a single pack in Amazon. Or to any of your friend, the best gift that you can give is Robin Sharma's books. So one book which I like very much is Who Will Cry When You Die? Who Will Cry When You Die? Students will like this book. So why students like this book? In every page, there are only 6 lines. How to be happy, how to enjoy the work, Like that, he has given you within 6 lines. So you will definitely enjoy if you read this book. I request you to buy this book, Who Will Cry When You Die by Robin Sharma. Mastermind Pattabhiram, 5 Steps to Success, Virendranath. Stop Worrying and Start Living, Dale Carnegie. Then if you visit Ramakrishna Mutt, in your place there will be a Ramakrishna Mutt. So in Ramakrishna Mutt, there is a bookstall. In that bookstall, this A.R.K. Sharma is the Vice President of Tata Tele Services. He has made all the literature of Ramakrishna Mission very easy. So A.R.K. Sharma has written about 20 books. All the 20 books are extremely simple. So Leadership Formulae by A.R.K. Sharma, Winning Formulae by A.R.K. Sharma. I want you to buy this Out of Thinking by A.R.K. Sharma. Out of Thinking by A.R.K. Sharma. That's a very good book. So some of the websites largely positive, improve personality, inspirational quotes, etc. So YouTube is the best source. In YouTube, you have lot of inspirational lecture. Gaur, you might have heard of Gaur. Gaur is very good in Gita, but he also has given motivational talks. So Gaur's talks will be very useful. So I thank you for your attention. This is my mobile number and this is my mail ID regarding career guidance. If you have any questions, if you ask, I'll be happy to give that. So if you have any questions now, you can ask.
Preeti ma'am,
Yes, sir.
questions are there in chat box. Can you ask?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. So actually, I got disconnected due to some network errors, so I'm not being able to access the questions.
Let me read.
Right, sir.
So thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful session.
Yeah.
You have given a lot of information. I wanted to mention you have to give some motivation for the younger generation. But I know that you will definitely include motivation before taking into technologies. Really,
Yes.
the session was the brainstorming one for all the younger people over here. So a few questions I have seen in the chat box. Let me ask the first question. What things shall I do from keeping myself motivated? That was the question from one of the
Students. Okay. So it's a very good question. I appreciate that participant. See, you have to prepare a playlist with motivational songs. A.R. Rahman has lot of motivational songs. In every movie of A.R. Rahman, there is one motivational song. So create a playlist with motivational songs and you play them almost every day, once in a day, and you listen to them. And I told you weekly once you listen to either Robin Sharma lecture or Shiv Khera lecture. If you want in Hindi, Gopal Gaur. So Gopal Gaur lecture or Robin Sharma or Shiv Khera. If you listen to them, you will be very, very motivated. And keep the books what I suggested, at least 1 or 2 books. You Can Win by Shiv Khera. And any of those books, if you keep reading those books also will keep you motivated. So if you go to Google and type motivation speeches, lot of motivation speeches are there. Motivation speeches by cricket players, motivation speeches by film stars. Whatever you like, you listen to them. Then once you like that channel, you subscribe that channel. There are many channels giving motivational speeches. So you listen to them, that will definitely keep you motivated. Any other
Next question, what is the biggest obstacle or roadblock that is stopping most of us from reaching our goals?
Yeah, the biggest block is laziness. I told you, if you don't have proper goal, you are likely to be caught with laziness. Once you are caught with laziness, you will be going down. So that is why I said you should have fire in the belly. So fire in the belly means I have to do it. At any cost, I must do it. Procrastination or postponement is very bad. If you plan and execute your plan meticulously, then it will be wonderful. Today, present is the present given by the God. So God's gift is present today is in your hands. Past is history. Most of us, we waste time by thinking about the past is history that cannot be changed. Future is not in your hands. Future cannot be predicted. What will happen tomorrow, you don't know. Today it is in your hands. Utilize the best. If you utilize the best of today's time, then you will be very successful.
The next question is, how should we control our mind to achieve success?
See, control on your mind comes with two things: yoga. Second one is meditation. So yoga, you associate yourself with some group, fix a time in the evening. So where yoga means a set of exercises, or it can be your games, outdoor games or sports, whatever it is. So you really concentrate and then enjoy that particular game. That means you have control over your brain. So in yoga, there is something called Shavasana. Shavasana is simplest form of meditation. Shavasana means you lie on the floor, relax your body, and think that your body is similar to a dead body. If you can go to that thoughtless state for about 3 to 5 minutes, it will be wonderful. So you will have excellent control on your brain if you do Shavasana, or you go for some meditation center. There is something called heartfulness. Heartfulness is very popular in the world. So in Google, you type heartfulness. Heartfulness, they are giving meditation through online, everything at free of cost. So if you download the app Heartfulness and keep the Heartfulness app in your mobile, in that you request for meditation whenever you are free. In the world, some guru will come into the line and give you meditation. Once you meditate for about 20 minutes, then you will have excellent control on your brain. So the answer to your question is meditation. Lower level of meditation is prayer. Still lower level chanting. Chanting and all is mechanical. Prayer is mechanical. But meditation will take you inwards. You will come to know about yourself. We are all interested in emerging technology. Unfortunately, we are not interested in knowing about ourselves. Knowing about ourselves is called inner engineering. Sadhguru is conducting a course on inner engineering, but he is charging heavily. So I don't advise you to go to Sadhguru, but I advise you to go to Heartfulness, because Heartfulness, Brother Kamlesh is running Heartfulness, and everything is at free of cost. So I request the students to become members of Heartfulness. Download that app and do the meditation along with the Heartfulness team. You will be very successful. Next question.
Thank you so much, sir. I think I have covered all the questions. Really, it was a wonderful session. I could see a lot of positive feedback pouring in the chat box.
Thank you. Thank you.
Once again, I sincerely thank my guru, my professor, Dr. S. Ramareddy sir, for accepting our invitation. Preeti ma'am, over to you. Before moving on to the word of thanks, sir, if you stop sharing the screen now, we can take one group photo with you, sir.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do? What do you
Just
want me
stop-
to do?
Stop sharing, sir. Stop sharing.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I request all the faculty members and students over here to switch on your video so that we can take a virtual group photo with our guest speaker. Quickly. Preeti ma'am, you can invite.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dr. Rama Reddy, sir, it was such an honor to be a part of a session conducted by a distinguished person as you. Your talk was suffused with anecdotes and interesting examples that held our attention throughout the session. And I, for one reason, could connect with what you were talking about because I'm reading this book that you were talking about,
Thank you.
Who Will Cry When You Die by Robin Sharma.
Thank you.
So I can say this with surety, sir, that your talk has left us motivated and enlightened. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Debraj Biswas of Civil Department to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah, thank you. So, on behalf of our whole SIM family, I, Debraj Biswas, an assistant professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to our esteemed speaker, Dr. S. Rama Reddy, for taking his valuable time out of his busy schedule, and we really appreciate for his motivating speech, sharing his knowledge, experience with all of us. Thank you, sir. So before concluding this program, I want to thank our chairman, sir, director, madam, principal, sir, for their continuous encouragement, all their help, and our Shubhadeep Shah, sir, our HOD of electrical engineering, for welcoming our chief guest, Preeti Thapa, madam, assistant professor of humanities, for moderating the whole program beautifully, and all our professors and staffs for attending the program. But last but not least, our students, specifically our new students, we welcome you. And thanks to all the students present here for attending this program. So thank you all. Thank you, everybody. So saying this, I think we should now we conclude our program. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rama Reddy, sir.
Thank you so much. Can I leave, Professor Nagarajan? Can I leave now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Students, attendance link is available in the chat box. You are all requested to submit your attendance for today's session. It is mandatory. Faculty member and HODs can leave the room. Students alone requested to stay back to complete the attendance proceedings.